Continuing from the previous episode 210. This is, with the formation of the formation broken, Yu Wei gasped for breath. Obviously, the all-out strike just now took a lot of their strength to break the formation. Only the last trace of silver light left on the body also illuminated the cave, and the figures who attacked the two of them slowly emerged. A rather beautiful woman had a faint cyan dou qi emerging from her body, and the other was a man in a Taoist robe. It's just that at this time, in the middle of the two, a man with a heavy ruler on his back caught the attention of Yu Wei and Yu Jing. It was said that the man with a heavy ruler on his back attracted the attention of Yu Wei and Yu Jing. Rather, it was the beautiful lotus seeds wrapped in flames in Xiao Yan's hands that attracted their attention. On the delicate lotus seeds, a miniature giant dragon is constantly swimming back and forth. But at this time, the pupils of Yu Wei and Yu Jing widened deeply. The two of them felt a destructive wave from the fire lotus seed. Not good. Yu Wei shouted. Xiao Yan moved just when he realized that the fire lotus was not able to resist and was about to escape. Since you're here, how can there be a reason for you to leave? Lotus of silence. Following Xiao Yan's loud shout, a tiny fire lotus with 22 colors in his hand flew towards Yu Wei and Yu Jing at the speed of sound. Wherever the fire lotus went, the space seemed to be unable to support this terrifying strength and temperature, and could not help shaking slightly, as if it were broken at any time. The speed of Huo Lian was extremely fast, and in the next moment, it arrived in front of the two of them, and then attacked Yu Jing and the two. Above Huo Lian's body, the huge battle qi turned into a giant dragon, and the terrifying Huo Lian was a giant dragon. In the belly of the dragon. Boom boom boom. The terrifying lotus of annihilation is mixed with the power of destroying the sky and the earth, instantly swallowing the two remaining ash, and then the terrifying power also explodes in an instant. Through the flames, it seems that the two people who were originally scattered suddenly stand together, but this is the case, and now they can't resist the power of this lotus of silence. If it was their peak moment, they could still have the strength to fight, but now it should also only end up in a dark end. The terrifying destructive power of the Lotus of Destruction instantly razed the entire cave to the ground. A huge battle turmoil also swept across the circle, and it is unknown whether the two Yu Wei are dead or alive. Cough cough. Xiao Yan also attacked Yu Wei with the Lotus of Destruction at the moment when the formation was broken, so as to achieve the most powerful offensive. However, when the formation was broken, Xiao Yan, the formation master, suffered some damage. After all, the formation formed by the battle formation master was closely related to the spiritual power of the formation master and the inscription of life. In addition to the fact that the Lotus of Brewing Annihilation took away most of Xiao Yan's power, there were a lot of bloodshots on the corner of Xiao Yan's mouth at this time. Xiao Yan, are you alright? Yu Ru also hurriedly supported Xiao Yan, and then some precious medicinal pills appeared from the ring on the jade hand. Enough is enough. You're trying to eat me to death. Xiao Yan coughed violently, apparently due to Yu Ru swallowing at such a speed. Yu Eru also stopped what she was doing when she heard the words, but her eyes were still slightly wrinkled. Xiao Yan is also helpless about this. It can be seen that Yu Eru is concerned and confused, and then slightly adjusted her body for a second, and immediately refined a part of the medicinal pills, and then the medicinal pills sent by Yu Eru turned into an extremely pure energy flows through the body. Seeing that Yu Eru and Xiao Yan had such a close relationship, Niu Feng, who was beside him, couldn't help but smack his lips. Isn't it just a couple? Is there something remarkable? Xinya 81 Zhang Wei and Wang Wu. Kai 8.1 ZS, Koem. However, Niu Feng's heart has also undergone earth-shaking changes. Originally, he felt that Xiao Yan was a friend, but at this time, he was greatly surprised. Even though he met Xiao Yan in the tea house at first, and then in the cold pool in the secret room, Niu Feng knew that Xiao Yan must have some powerful cards. It's just that Niu Feng never thought that Xiao Yan would actually have the power to kill the late 4-star Dou Emperor. You must know that this Xiao Yan is only the peak strength of the Samsung Dou D. Others are real powerhouses in the late stage of the 4-star Dou D, and Niu Feng knows the difference between the two clearly. If it was me, if I wanted to clean up the injured Yu Wei's second brother, I would have to spend a lot of means. I didn't expect that Xiao Yan would actually do a few tricks. The cave was instantly razed to the ground, and the aftermath of the battle slowly dissipated. Are they dead? Mu Feng was also the first to speak, because he had already discovered that the aura of Yu Wei and the others had disappeared without a trace. He, a powerhouse in the late stage of the 4-star Do D, the 10th place in the points plundering competition. If he died like this, it would be too much of a vain name, right? I said yes, remaining ash? Xiao Yan also recovered a lot of strength, and then whispered into a void. Cough, cough, cough. A few violent coughs came out, and suddenly the figure of Yu Wei slowly appeared in front of the three of them, but his body was covered in scars, like a *** man, and one of his palms that was blocking his chest seemed to be holding something. Cough, cough, cough. Damn boy, when my injury recovers, I will definitely not be able to get around you. Yu Wei was also extremely weak. At this time, he was already at the end of the game, and any contestant could easily kill him. Haha, I just said that you and I survived. It turned out that I used my own brother as a shield. This method is really cruel. Xiao Yan also said to Yu Wei. Obviously, according to Xiao Yan's estimation, the terrifying power of his own Lotus of Annihilation, and the blessing of Long Yi's dragon soul, he was able to deal with the injured too. The brothers came to resist the terrifying power of the Fire Lotus and escaped. Winning the king and losing the bandit. How can you take care of so much? Yu Wei also endured the feeling of being in a coma due to the serious injury and said, because he knew that once he was in a coma at this time, he would end up in a coma. Don't you just want points? How would you share the words I gave you? Yu Wei also looked at Xiao Yan and the three weakly. Reading www. Link to youcanshu.com. It's useless to sow discord. And I don't just want points. I want your life. After Xiao Yan finished speaking, he turned into a flame and attacked the severely injured Ash. Xiao Yan knew very well that since Yu Wei was a powerhouse in the late stage of the 4-star Do D, the strength behind him was definitely not weak, and since he had already forged a ** feud, there was no need to leave any worries behind. He escaped, and the future revenge against Xiao Yan was also quite a headache. The seriously injured Yu Wei could easily kill him with a single blow, not to mention Xiao Yan's terrifying attack. Little chops, when I recover, I will definitely want you to die. Yu Wei said grimly. After he finished speaking, he didn't hesitate. He felt the killing intent of the man with the heavy ruler in front of him. Although he was not reconciled, his life was important. The ** palm smashed the token heavily, and the whole person turned into a little in an instant. The light left the corpse forest. Crushing the token means giving up this trial. Damn, what about the points? Xiao Yan's goal was not to kill Yu Wei, but to force him away. Seeing that he had achieved his goal, Xiao Yan was also stunned for a moment, and then yelled loudly. Ask for a ticket. End of this chapter, continuing from the previous episode 211. The battle can be considered to be over at this time. Under the attack of Xiao Yan, the injured Yu Wei and Yu Jing escaped. Although Xiao Yan also wanted to kill Yu Wei, but the mysterious effect of the token for the competition just crushed it and left the infernal corpse forest. Xiao Yan was helpless. His grandmas. They are so dead and they are running. What should I do with the points? But when he realized it, Xiao Yan scolded. Because if the token is crushed, what about those points on top of the token? This is what he fought so hard to earn points. Xiao Yan doesn't care about the 9 super sects in the ranking of this trial, if only the top 10 are qualified to go to the Xuanling royal family. That's where the holy flames are concerned. Even if there is only a slight possibility, it cannot be missed. After all, the rarity of the holy flame is well known. If the points disappeared, Xiao Yan would be extremely depressed. Points. It's already in our hands. Yu Rubei said in surprise as her lips moved slightly. Because at the moment when Yu Jing was attacked by Xiao Yan and died and Yu Wei escaped, a few rays of light also flew towards them. Oh, hearing that, Xiao Yan also hurriedly took out his token, and then he was shocked to find that the number on his token jumped from 500 at the beginning to 25,000 now. And on the token in Xiao Yan's hand, a conspicuous 10 slowly appeared. Impressively, he soared directly to the 10th place in this trial. Sure enough, Xiao Yan also said with a smile, after all, only Xiao Yan dared to do such a terrifying thing with such a daring artist. It really gave us a big bargain. Mu Feng also said with a grin, because although the points of the token in Mu Feng's hand were not as much as 20,000 in Xiao Yan's hand, it has now increased to 13,000. The ranking on the card also instantly soared to 94. At this time, Mu Feng was completely defeated by Xiao Yan. If possible, he would definitely pull this Xiao Yan into the burning incense pavilion. Then, Mu Feng also laughed. And the token on Yuru's hand has also increased to 12,700 points, and the ranking has also been raised to 99th. With the end of the battle, some eye-catching words appeared on the tokens of the contestants in the corpse forest. Xiao Yan, the pinnacle of the 3-star Do Di, fought the wounded Yu Wei by himself, and Yu Wei was defeated. Replacing the 10th place, Yueru, Mu Feng was injured in the battle against Yu Jing, and Yu Jing was defeated. There are 99 Yueru and 94 Mu Feng in the early 4-star Do Di. Two huge pieces of information also spread with a bang. Haha, this Xiao Yan is really a daring and talented person. It is the first time I have seen him in so many years to be able to rely on his strength at the peak of the 3-star Do Di in the trials. Hu Du also looked at him. Xiao Yan's every move in the crystal ball. This kid is the only one who has reached 10th level in soul power in the past 1,000 years. I am also looking forward to this kid reaching various levels in this point-grabbing competition. Wu Zhang also said with admiration. But although this is true, Xiao Yan's strength at the peak of the 3-star Do Emperor is not enough to support him in the 10th place. After all the people who can enter the top 10 are the powerhouses of the late 4-star Do Emperor, or even that Mu Yingying is already a powerhouse at the pinnacle of the 4-star Do Di. I wonder how long he can last. Hu Du also laughed. This kid is not as simple as you think. If you don't believe it, just wait and see. Wu Zhang also didn't argue with Hu Du. After all, if they started arguing, it could last for several days. This 10th place is actually the strength of the peak of Samsung Do Di. Is there something wrong with the token? No, it's impossible for the token to go wrong. There were constant voices in the corpse forest. A bunch of idiots. It's a joke to actually be awarded points by this Xiao Yan. The mere strength of the peak of the 3-star Do Di can also be involved in this 10th place. Let me find you and make you spit it out. Let's go. They definitely haven't gone far. Chu Huo Nio also said angrily, and then rolled his eyes, looking around like a bird, and then heading towards a place that has been razed to ruins. Xiao Yan, the strength of the peak of the 3-star Do Emperor actually wants to keep the 10th place. It's a bit ridiculous. A man with a giant axe said with a disdainful face, and after that, he went to the place where Xiao Yan was. The discerning person knew at a glance that this person was the 11th ranked Snow Axe, Shu Ni, with a giant axe as the main force, fighting 1,000 Jins, a powerhouse in the late stage of the 4-star Do Di. This 3-star Do Emperor's peak strength can defeat Yu Wei in the late 4-star Do Emperor. This Xiao Yan also has some secrets. However, this kid named Xiao Yan is actually cheap. Mu Yingying also saw the conspicuous words, and she immediately bit her mouth and said coquettishly. Xinya 81 Zhang Wian Wang U. Kai 8.1 ZS. Koem the heavenly fire sacred tiger transformed into a human figure and followed Mu Yingying, and the two were now at the entrance of the 3rd floor of the infernal corpse forest. Xiao Yan, are you alright? After the battle, Yueru and Mu Feng also noticed that Xiao Yan's breath was a little weak at this time, so they asked with concern. It's alright, protect me and I'll take care of it. Xiao Yan also responded, obviously dealing with the two remaining Wei and Yu Jing and causing him a lot of damage, but it was all worth it. Yuru's strength has already reached the early stage of the 4-star Do Emperor. Although her speed of improvement is much faster than that of Xiao Yan, who made Yueru the inheritor. It's really too hard to deal with the powerhouses in the late stage of the 4-star Do Di. Xiao Yan also whispered in his link to heart www.novelmtl.com. After all, the reason why Yu Jing and Yu Wei were defeated by Xiao Yan was that Xiao Yan caught them all by surprise, and the two of them were also injured, so they were defeated by Xiao Yan. If they were replaced by Yu Wei and the two of them at their peak, Xiao Yan would have to deal with one of them. As for the two, it would be quite difficult. Xiao Yanzi, since Long Yi decided to submit himself and become a ruler, he naturally wanted him to show enough sincerity. The voice of the Golden Dragon King also sounded in Xiao Yan's mind. Compared to Xiao Yan, he was also overjoyed. Although he didn't know what the flame on Long Yi was, according to Xiao Yan's knowledge of the power of the flame on Long Yi's body was valuable and could be ranked in the list of different fires on Doqi continent. Top 10. If the flame on Long Yi can be combined, then for Xiao Yan, who is now at the peak of the 3-star Do Emperor, stepping into the 4-star Do Emperor is also a matter of course. After Long Yi became a ruler, Xiao Yan Lu had this idea, but this Long Yi and his master Jinlong King are impressively from the dragon family, and they are difficult to destroy, so Xiao Yan did not act rashly, but now his master Jinlong, if Wang said so, then things would be easy. Xiao Yan saw that Yueru and Mu Feng were protecting the Dharma for him, so he smiled and picked up the ancient ruler of Yuo Heng in his hand, and looked at the beautiful dragon pattern on the ruler. Kai Linglong Yi, who was entrenched in the ancient ruler of the eternal fire Eternal, also seemed to have discovered Xiao Yan's actions, and then a feeling of unease filled his heart. Ask for tickets. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 212. Xiao Yan, what do you want to do? Long Yi also said angrily. Obviously, the Golden Dragon King was like an asterisk in Long Yi's mind, so Long Yi would never think that this was the idea of the Golden Dragon King, so he also thought that Xiao Yan suddenly stared at him. What is he doing with himself? Could it be that he found out? Long Yi, the fire on your body is not ordinary, right? Since you have become my ruler, you must show some sincerity, otherwise you know some of my secrets and the words of the Golden Dragon King. Xiao Yan also slightly with a smile, it is obvious that Long Yi is bound to win. Damn, how could you possibly know? Could it be that huge soul power and the flames on your body? Dragon Soul also said struggling, and then looked at Xiao Yan, who was slowly recovering his fighting spirit wrapped in flames. Dragon Soul Long Yi fell into contemplation, because it also has a small calculation that belongs to him, so he also concealed something from Xiao Yan in the secret realm before. What Long Yi said is indeed true. It is true that 3 strong men used the excuse to help it avoid the catastrophe, thus trapping it in the secret realm, eliminating Long Yi's dragon body, so that Long Yi can only exist in the mysterious space of the secret realm in the state of soul. Among them, Long Yi defeated them with his powerful body and strength, and survived in the secret realm for thousands of years. Xinya 81 Zhang Weian Wang Wu, Kai 8.1 ZS, Koem. The immortal swords obtained by the 3 human powerhouses are also extraordinary, but now there are some imperfections, and the power they attract is greatly reduced, and Xiao Yan is also not used to swords, or the ancient ruler of eternal fire is more suitable, so he was rejected by Xiao Yan. Yan closed. However, there is one thing that Long Yi did not mention to Xiao Yan. The reason why Long Yi was stung by 3 fighting immortal-level human powerhouses was because of the power of flames on his body. Long Yi is the fire dragon who loves flames the most in the dragon family. The flame of the fire dragon is extremely tyrannical, and the power of the blood on Long Yi is also extremely strong, so that the blood on Long Yi has mutated, which makes the flame on Long Yi changed again. After the flame on Long Yi mutated, it became extremely powerful. Although it is not as powerful as the holy flame, it is similar to the strange fire on Xiao Yan's body. The flame on Long Yi's body is called blood flame. It is a new flame produced by Long Yi's natural flame and mutated blood. The fire is born from blood and can instantly ignite the blood in the enemy's body, so as to achieve one-shot fatality. This ability to burn the blood of the opponent's body can only be used when the strength is lower than his own, but it can also produce a good suppression in the same level, but the most peculiar thing is that it can restrain the power of the opponent's blood. This is undoubtedly the most powerful ruler for some families that deal with monsters or have the power of extremely pure blood. It's no wonder that Long Yi is being targeted. The reason why Long Yi doesn't talk about this is because Long Yi is now the spirit of the ancient ruler of Yuo Heng, but as long as the owner of the ancient ruler of Yuo Heng in the future, Xiao Yan, let it out, then it can also be in the state of the soul existence. After following Xiao Yan for a few days, Long Yi also discovered that Xiao Yan possessed as many as 22 different types of flame powers, some of which were threatening to Long Yi. This is what makes Long Yi most puzzled. The power of a flame is extremely violent, not to mention that Xiao Yan has as many as 22 in his body. How did he keep these flames safe and sound? This is something that has always troubled Long Yi, but when Long Yi turned around, he also found that the flame in Xiaoyan's body seemed to be slowly devouring his own flame power. This frightened Long Yi, and then Long Yi only dared to shrink within the ancient ruler of the eternal fire. At the same time, Long Yi was extremely worried that Xiaoyan would swallow its flames. If the flames were swallowed up, then in the state of Long Yi's soul, he was not far from falling, so Long Yi also kept silent about it, but how could he know that it was discovered by Xiaoyan? Xiaoyan, don't be too aggressive. Long Yi also said angrily at this time. This Xiaoyan just wanted to force Long Yi to death. The red flames on Long Yi's body slowly surrounded him. If something went wrong, he would attack Xiaoyan. Don't worry, the Master Jinlong King told me that your current state is quite special, but if you help me, then in the future, Xiaoyan will definitely give it to him with his own hands. Xiaoyan was also imposing. Said arrogantly, Btth pill. Long Yi was also stunned at this time. The famous name of this, recovery pill, has been heard for a long time. This pill has a 50% chance of evading the catastrophe, which is really a coincidence. Among the 7 realms, except for those in the ghost realm, who cannot cultivate into a human form, the rest of the 5 realms want to cultivate into a human form. After all, human beings are the superiority of all things, and are incomparable to other creatures. Just like the previous heavenly fire sacred tiger, although he can temporarily transform into a human form, after all, his strength and lifespan are not enough, and he cannot transform into a real human for cultivation, so there is a time limit. As for Long Yi, it is different. Long Yi's first catastrophe was also killed by him. 3 human powerhouses escaped by hiding in the secret realm. However, although they are the body of the soul, after careful calculation, the next catastrophe will come in less than 50 years, and then. Heavenly tribulation is the most powerful force, even the current Long Yi is quite a headache. Can you? Long Yi said, the first and second pills of the Emperor's rank are no longer under pressure, and the third rank of the Emperor is also within easy reach. The robbery pill is ranked in the 4th rank of immortal rank, which is more than the rank of 3rd rank of Emperor rank, but before you cross the calamity, Xiaoyan will definitely offer it. Xiaoyan also insisted, I swear by my soul. Xiaoyan said, in order to give Long Yi a reassurance. Long Yi is also thinking, although he is now Kai Ling, but if he wants to escape, Xiaoyan, who wants to come to the peak of the 3-star fighting emperor, can't stop himself, but when he thinks that the Golden Dragon King takes a fancy to Xiaoyan, he is also attached to Xiaoyan. On Yan, Long Yi shook his head and rejected the decision. What's more, I have only 40 years to face the second link to catastrophe www.novelmtl.com. Although this Xiaoyan is currently only a 2nd-rank emperor alchemist, he can be defeated by the son of the dragon god. If the Golden Dragon King is selected, then Long Yi is not worried at all about his future achievements. Haha. Then I'll bet on it. After Long Yi finished speaking, the fiery red flames all over his body instantly condensed at the dragon's mouth, and then a scorching flame slowly moved from above the eternal fire eternal ruler to the on Xiaoyan. Xiaoyan controlled this extremely pure flame, and whispered in his mouth, is this the original fire of that fierce blood and flame? Sure enough, the power is not bad. 4-star Do D. If you don't make a breakthrough at this time, how long will it be? After he finished speaking, he closed his eyes, and Xiaoyan swallowed the source fire of blazing blood and flames in one gulp, and then the burning art in his body slowly started to run. At the same time, the aura in Xiaoyan's body also skyrocketed. This breath is good guy, he's actually breaking through the 4-star Do D. Mu Feng also saw it at a glance. Be careful not to let people disturb Xiaoyan. Yu Ru also moved her eyes slightly, scanning the 4 directions vigilantly. Xiaoyan child, hand over the points of Yu Wei and Yu Jing, and then get out of the corpse forest. Young master will spare you. A loud voice echoed where Xiaoyan and the others were, and then Yu Ru and Mu Feng suddenly saw a figure with a giant axe on his back. It's troublesome now, Yu Eru also said softly, and then she glanced at Xiaoyan who was behind her, her body condensed with fighting spirit. Ask for a ticket. End of this chapter.